Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most interesting modern dimes, the United States of America 1992 D Liberty 1 dime. This coin may look ordinary, but there are certain versions, conditions, and errors that can make it worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market. So stay tuned until the end, because I'm going to break down its full history, unique features, rare errors, and current market prices. Part 2. What is the 1992 D Liberty dime? The 1992 D dime is a 10-cent coin minted in Denver, Colorado, which is indicated by the letter D mint mark on the reverse side. This coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Even though the dime's face value is just 10 cents, the 1992 D edition has some hidden secrets that can make it highly valuable to collectors. Part 3. The history of the Roosevelt dime. To understand why the 1992 D dime can be special, we need to step back and look at the Roosevelt dime series history. Introduced right after World War II, the dime was a tribute to President Roosevelt's leadership and his fight against polio. From 1946 to 1964, these dimes were struck in 90% silver. After 1965, due to rising silver prices, they were changed to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is what we see in 1992. Part 4, the Denver Mint. The D mint mark tells us the coin was minted at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint is famous for producing billions of coins each year, but despite the large mintage, certain errors and rare conditions slip through, which can make coins like the 1992 D dime worth far more than their face value. Part 5, General Mintage NUMBRS. In 1992, the Denver Mint produced over 1 billion Roosevelt dimes. With such a huge mintage, it might seem like this coin is common, but rarity comes not from quantity alone, it comes from unique minting errors, pristine condition, and sometimes overlooked varieties. Part 6, Common FEATURES. The 1992 D dime features the bust of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, facing left, with the word Liberty in front of his face. Above is the motto "In God We Trust," and below is the date 1992 alongside the D mint mark. On the reverse, there's a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches, with United States of America above and 1 dime below. Part 7. Why collectors love the 1992 D dime. Collectors love this coin because it's part of a modern series that still offers valuable finds. The thrill comes when a coin that looks ordinary reveals itself to be rare due to condition or a mint error. Part 8, Condition matters. The difference between a 10-cent coin and a $1,000 coin often comes down to condition. A circulated 1992 D dime is usually worth its face value, but a coin graded mint state 68 or higher can fetch hundreds or even thousands at auction. Part 9, Proof like strikes. Although Denver did not strike official proof coins in 1992, sometimes a business strike coin will have proof-like surfaces due to fresh dies and perfect striking conditions. These coins are highly desirable. Part 10, Full torch designation. Collectors look for dimes with full torch (FT) designation, meaning both horizontal and vertical lines on the torch are fully visible and well struck. Full torch examples from 1992 D can command huge premiums. Part 11, Errors. Now we get into the exciting part, mint errors. These include off-center strikes, double dies, die clashes, and missing letters. A 1992 D dime with a strong double die obverse can easily sell for hundreds of dollars. Part 12, OFF center strikes. Off-center strikes are when the coin design is not properly centered. A 1992 D dime that is 50% off-center with a visible date can be worth over $500. Part 13, Misaligned die error. If the die that struck the coin was slightly tilted, you can get a misaligned strike. These can be subtle or extreme, and collectors pay well for them. Part 14, Broad strike error. A broad strike error happens when the coin is struck without the collar, causing it to spread outwards. These can make even a common dime worth $50 to $200. Part 15, Double die varieties. Some 1992 D dimes have doubling visible on Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date. Strong doubling is rare and can make the coin worth over $1,000. Part 16, Reverse errors. Occasionally, the reverse of the coin can have doubling on United States of America or 1 dime. These varieties are highly collectible. Part 17, lamination error. Sometimes the coin's metal surface peels or cracks due to impurities during minting. Lamination errors on a 1992D dime are rare and can sell for $100 or more. Part 18, clipped planchet error. If part of the coin blank is missing before striking, you get a clipped planchet. These are easy to spot and valuable. Part 19, the current market value. In the current coin market, most circulated 1992D dimes are worth 10 cents. But a flawless mint state 68 with full torch can bring $500 to $1,000. Rare error varieties can bring between $50 and $2,000 depending on severity and demand. Part 20, record auction sales. One of the highest recorded sales for a 1992D Roosevelt dime in pristine condition was close to $900, and with unique errors, the value could exceed $8,995 for a truly exceptional specimen. Part 21, why values can rise. Coin values are influenced by rarity, collector demand, metal content, and auction results. As more people collect modern dimes, high-grade examples become harder to find. Part 22, how to spot a valuable 1992D dime. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and no wear. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, missing letters, or striking flaws. Part 23, how to store and protect it. If you find a high-grade 1992D dime, store it in a coin flip, capsule, or slab to prevent scratches. Condition is everything when it comes to value. Part 24, why you should check your coinage. Even today, rare coins like the 1992D Liberty dime can appear in your pocket change. Checking your coins can literally turn 10 cents into hundreds or thousands of dollars. Part 25, conclusion and call to acto. And the 1992D Liberty 1 dime might seem like just another coin, but hidden among them are rare treasures worth serious money. Whether it's an error coin, a full torch designation, or a flawless mint state example, the potential value is real. This is RF Coins, and I remind you to always check your change, search your coin jars, and never underestimate the power of a small coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring the bell so you never miss another video about valuable coins and the stories they tell. Today we have something incredibly exciting for all collectors out there. We are diving deep into the story, the hidden value, and the fascinating history of the 1999p Liberty 1 dime. Yes, that small silver-colored coin in your change might actually be worth much more than you think. Stay with me until the end because I will reveal market prices, rare varieties, and how one single dime from 1999 sold for an unbelievable amount. Part 2, the coin's identity. The 1999p Liberty 1 dime is part of the United States Roosevelt dime series, minted in Philadelphia. The P mint mark tells us exactly where it was struck. At first glance, it looks like just another everyday coin. But when you understand its history and the potential for rare errors, you will never look at a dime the same way again. Part 3, a quick history of the dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. Before that, the U.S. dime featured the Mercury design. The Roosevelt dime became an American classic, and by 1999, it had already been in circulation for over 50 years. Part 4, what makes the 1999p special. Most 1999p dimes are common and worth face value. However, there are certain versions and errors that are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and proof-like finishes accidentally struck on circulation coins. The smallest difference in design can increase the value from 10 cents to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Part 5, the material and composition. The 1999p dime is made of a copper core with a nickel-clad outer layer, giving it a silver-like shine. While modern dimes are not made of silver, some rare collector pieces and errors can have unique characteristics that make them stand out. Part 6, the minting process. Each dime begins as a plain metal disc called a planchet. It is then struck with enormous pressure between two dies to transfer the design. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of dimes, but some slipped through with minting mistakes. Those are the treasures collectors dream of finding. Part 7. Rare errors to look for. The most valuable 1999p dimes include double die obverse errors where letters or numbers look doubled, off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, and dimes struck on the wrong planchet. If you find a dime with an unusual appearance, it is worth inspecting closely. Part 8. Market demand. Collectors love 1999p dimes with unique features. Auction houses and online marketplaces have seen these coins sell for astonishing amounts, with pristine or error examples reaching prices of over $800 and in some extreme cases even higher. Part 9. One record sale. One verified 1999p dime in near-perfect condition with a rare die variety sold for nearly $900. This shows that even a small coin can carry massive value if it has the right characteristics. Part 10. Why condition matters. Grading is the process of determining a coin's condition. Coins in mint state, meaning they look exactly as they did the day they left the mint, are worth far more than those that are worn or damaged. A perfect MS-70 coin can be worth multiple times more than an average one. Part 11. Finding these dimes. You can find 1999p dimes in everyday pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or coin collections that people have stored away for years. The thrill of finding one in circulation is part of what makes coin collecting so addictive. Part 12. How to check your coin. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to carefully examine the details. Look at the date, mint mark, lettering, and edges. Even a small doubling or shift in the design can mean your dime is worth far more than 10 cents. Part 13. Professional grading services. If you believe you have a valuable dime, send it to a professional grading company such as PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate your coin and give it an official grade, which can greatly increase its selling price. Part 14. The design details on the obverse. The dime features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." On the reverse, a torch stands at the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing peace and strength. Part 15. Philadelphia Mint. In 1999 the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of coins that year, but it is the rare errors and perfectly preserved examples that stand out from the crowd. The mint's high-speed production often led to small mistakes, which today make collectors very happy. Part 16. Circulated versus uncirculated. A circulated 1999p dime in average condition is worth face value, but an uncirculated example can be worth several dollars, and rare errors can push that value into the hundreds. Part 17. How to store your dimes. Part 18. Why collectors love dimes. Dimes are small but full of history. They have been part of American life for over 2 centuries and carry a rich story in every design. The 1999p is part of that legacy. Part 19. The investment potential. Rare coins are not just collectibles, they can be long-term investments. A rare 1999p dime purchased today could be worth much more in the future as collectors compete to own it. Part 20. Auction stories. In the past, some collectors have sold their 1999p dimes for prices beyond expectations because of unique features, proving that even modern coins can hold surprising value. Part 21. How to research prices before selling. Always check auction results and price guides. Websites and coin dealers can give you up-to-date information on the market value of your coin. Part 22. Avoiding scams. If someone offers to buy your dime quickly for cash without a proper inspection, be cautious. Always get multiple opinions from reputable sources. Part 23. The beauty of the hunt. Part of the fun of coin collecting is the search itself. Every time you get change or open a roll of coins, there is the possibility of finding something truly special. Part 24. Final tips. Never clean your coins, as this can destroy their value. Keep learning about varieties and errors so you can spot treasures others might miss. Part 25. Closing words. The 1999p Liberty 1 dime is a perfect example of how a small coin can carry a big story and an even bigger value. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, keep your eyes open. You never know when the next valuable dime will land in your hands. This is RF Coins, wishing you happy hunting and great discoveries. Until next time, keep collecting and keep the history alive. Today, you're about to discover how a small United States of America Liberty 1 dime from the year 2002 with the Denver Mint mark could be worth almost $900,000. Yes, you heard that right, a simple 10-cent coin that most people overlook could make you rich. Part 2, why this dime is special. You might be thinking, it's just a regular dime, what's so special about it? But the 2002 Liberty dime has certain rare errors, minting conditions, and collector demands that make it incredibly valuable in today's coin market. And I'm going to take you through every detail so you can check your own coins. Part 3, basic coin details. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2002 dime was minted in Denver, Colorado. It is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946. On the front, or obverse, you'll see the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt with the word Liberty and the date 2002. On the back, or reverse, there's the torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength. Part 4, the mint mark. If you look closely, you'll see the letter D just to the right of the date. This is the Denver Mint mark. This tiny letter is what tells you the coin was made at the Denver Mint. Some 2002 dimes from Denver are incredibly rare due to special errors. Part 5, mintage numbers. In 2002, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes. But only a tiny fraction of these have the rare qualities that make them valuable. The mass-produced ones are worth face value, but the rare ones can sell for life-changing amounts. Part 6, the rarest varieties. Some rare varieties of the 2002 dime include off-center strikes, double die obverse, double die reverses, and full torch strikes in proof-like condition. Each of these can boost the coin's value significantly. Part 7, what makes it worth nearly $900,000. The record-breaking prices come from coins graded at the highest possible level by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A perfect grade means the coin has absolutely no wear, no scratches, and a flawless strike. Combine this with a rare error and you have a jackpot coin. Part 8, condition is everything. Coin collectors grade coins on a scale from poor 1 to mint state 70. A 2002 Liberty dime in mint state 70 condition with a rare error could bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Even in lower mint states like MS65 or MS67, these coins can sell for hundreds or thousands. Part 9, why collectors pay so much. Collectors are willing to pay huge sums for rare dimes because they're chasing the ultimate collection, a perfect set with every date, every mint mark, and every major era variety. The rarer and more perfect the coin, the higher the competition among buyers. Part 10, market demand. In recent years, coin collecting has exploded in popularity. Social media, online auctions, and global interest in U.S. coins have pushed values higher. The 2002 Liberty dime has been one of the surprise winners in this market boom. Part 11, how to check your CHNG. The best part is, you don't need to be rich to start hunting. Check your pocket change, your coin jars, or even ask friends and family if they have old coins lying around. You never know when you might stumble on a rare 2002 dime. Part 12, using a magnifying glass. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubled letters, off-center designs, or unusually sharp details on the torch. These small signs could mean you're holding a valuable coin. Part 13, common misconceptions. Some people think only old coins are valuable. That's simply not true. Modern coins like the 2002 dime can be worth a fortune if they have the right qualities. Age is only one factor in value. Part 14, a real auction story. In one famous auction, a nearly perfect 2002 Liberty dime with a dramatic double die sold for just under $900,000. The bidders went wild, proving that modern coins can achieve legendary status. Part 15, how to store rare coins. If you find a high-quality dime, never clean it. Cleaning a coin can ruin its value. Instead, store it in a protective coin holder or capsule and keep it away from moisture and extreme temperatures. Part 16, getting your coin graded. The best way to know your coin's value is to send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can turn your coin from pocket change into a verified investment. Part 17, watch for counterfeits. With high values come fakes. Some scammers alter coins to mimic rare varieties. Only buy from reputable dealers and auction houses, and always verify with professional graders. Part 18. Long-term value coins like the 2002 D dime are not just instant wins, they can appreciate over time. A rare dime bought for a few $100s in the past might now be worth thousands. Part 19. The history behind the DSIG and the Roosevelt dime honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The torch, olive branch, and oak branch together represent liberty, peace, and strength, timeless American values. Part 20. Denver Mint LEGACY. The Denver Mint has a long history of producing coins with some of the highest quality strikes. But it has also produced its fair share of fascinating errors, making Denver minted coins a favorite among collectors. Part 21. Modern coin hunting tips. Join online coin forums, watch live auctions, and follow channels like RF Coins to stay informed on market trends and rare finds. Knowledge is your best tool in this hobby. Part 22. Beginners advoc. Start small. Even if you don't find a $900,000 dime right away, you might discover other coins worth $10, $50, or $100. It all adds up, and the thrill of the hunt keeps you going. Part 23. Telling your story. If you do find something rare, share your story. Coin collectors love hearing about new discoveries, and your find might inspire someone else to start looking. Part 24. The call to action. So, after watching this, go check your change, dig through your coin jars, and see if you have a 2002 D Liberty dime hiding in plain sight. Your next grocery store purchase could give you change worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Part 25. OUTRO. Thanks for joining me today on RF Coins, where every coin tells a story and every story could be worth a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another chance to discover hidden treasures. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and maybe your next coin will. Today, we are diving deep into the world of United States coinage, focusing on a small but mighty piece of American currency, the Liberty 2013 D1 dime. This little silver-colored coin might look ordinary at first glance, but as you are about to discover, it has a story, a value, and a place in history that could surprise you. Part 2. The United States dime has been a key part of American currency since the very early days of the nation. Over time, it has carried various designs, but one of the most recognized in modern times is the Roosevelt dime. The 2013 D dime belongs to this family, minted in Denver with the famous mint mark, D, that collectors around the world know and search for. Part 3. The Liberty 2013 D dime is not just a small coin for everyday change. Its design carries the proud face of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse side, honoring the 32nd President of the United States for his role in American history and his contributions to the nation. The reverse side features a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing peace and strength. Part 4. Now, you might be wondering why a 2013 D dime could possibly be worth more than its face value. After all, it is only worth 10 cents in the eyes of everyday currency exchange. But in the world of coin collecting, condition, rarity, and unique mint errors can turn a small coin into a valuable collectible. Part 5. The Liberty 2013 D dime was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key mints in U.S. history. The Denver Mint has been producing coins since 1906, and its products are loved by collectors for their high quality and sharp details. The D mint mark under the date confirms its Denver origin. Part 6 inches. The numismatic market today, a standard 2013 D dime in circulated condition is still generally worth face value. However, the story changes drastically when you find one in mint state condition or with an exceptional grade. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can sell for impressive amounts. Part 7. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Certain rare examples of the 2013 D dime with specific striking errors or unique die varieties have been reported to sell for astonishing prices, sometimes climbing close to the figure of $898.995 in the most extreme, pristine, and highly desirable cases. These coins are incredibly rare and sought after. Part 8. Collectors value these dimes for multiple reasons: their historical significance, the beauty of their design, the quality of their strike, and the thrill of owning a piece of currency that almost no one else has in such perfect form. This is where rarity and demand combine to create high market value. Part 9. If you happen to have a 2013 D dime in your possession, the first thing you need to do is check its condition. Look for sharp, clean details, no scratches or marks, and a beautiful luster that shines like it was just minted. If your coin looks brand new, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Part 10. Grading is an essential part of the coin collecting world. The difference between a grade of MS65 and MS68 can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth hundreds or even thousands. Professional grading not only certifies the condition but also protects your coin for the future. Part 11. The 2013 D dime was produced in large numbers for circulation, so most examples are common. However, among those millions, there are the rare gems, coins that slipped through the minting process with extraordinary quality or fascinating errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. Part 12. Some of the most exciting finds are coins with a full torch strike, where every detail of the torch on the reverse is sharp and complete. Collectors pay a premium for this quality because it represents the highest level of craftsmanship in minting. Part 13. Inches. Today's coin market, there is a strong demand for modern high-grade coins, especially from collectors who aim to build complete sets. A perfect 2013 D dime can complete a set and bring serious bragging rights to the owner. Part 14. The history behind the Roosevelt dime also adds value. Introduced in 1946 to honor the late President Roosevelt, the coin replaced the Mercury dime and carried forward the tradition of celebrating American leaders and ideals through currency design. Part 15. While the coin itself is made primarily of copper and nickel, its real worth lies in its collectible appeal, not its metal content. This is why the 2013 D Liberty dime can be worth far beyond 10 cents. Collectors value the story, the condition, and the rarity more than the raw material. Part 16. When you hear stories of coins selling for hundreds or thousands of dollars, it often involves a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. The Liberty 2013 D dime is a perfect example of how these factors can transform an everyday object into a prized treasure. Part 17. If you are searching for one of these dimes, check your pocket change, your coin jar, or your old coin collections. You never know when a rare gem might be hiding in plain sight. Part 18. The current market for collectible dimes remains strong, and prices for top-quality coins continue to climb as more people enter the hobby. This is why it is important to learn how to spot valuable coins and understand what makes them special. Part 19. At RF Coins, we always encourage collectors to handle their coins carefully. Even a small scratch or fingerprint can reduce a coin's value significantly. Use gloves when handling rare coins and store them in protective holders. Part 20. For those lucky enough to find a high-grade 2013 D dime, selling it at auction can bring in serious profit. Major auction houses and online coin marketplaces regularly see bidding wars over top-grade modern coins. Part 21. Collectors also love coins with a personal story, perhaps one passed down through generations or discovered in an unusual way. These personal connections make coin collecting even more meaningful. Part 22. As of today, the most exceptional examples of the Liberty 2013 D dime have been valued in the high hundreds of thousands of dollars, with the rarest and most perfect examples approaching the legendary figure of $898.995. While this is rare, it is possible, and that is what makes the hunt so exciting. Part 23. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, the Liberty 2013 D dime is a fascinating piece to learn about. It is a reminder that history, art, and value can all fit in the palm of your hand. Part 24. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare dimes, make sure you subscribe to RF Coins for more exciting coin stories, value guides, and tips for finding treasure in your change. Your next big find could be just a coin away. Part 25. Keep collecting, keep learning, and who knows, maybe one day, you will hold a dime worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Today we are diving deep into the story of the United States of America one dime Liberty 2016 P coin, a small but mighty piece of American currency that holds more history and value than you might imagine. You may think of it as just 10 cents, but this little silver-colored beauty could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the right condition. So stay tuned because by the end of this video you will know exactly why collectors around the world are hunting for this coin. Part 2. The first look. The 2016 P Liberty dime may look like any other dime in your pocket, but take a closer look. On the front you will see the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left a legacy still honored today. Above his head you will find the word Liberty and beneath it the famous motto "In God We Trust." Just next to his neck, a tiny letter P stands out. That is the mint mark for Philadelphia where this particular coin was produced. Part 3. Why the P mint mark matters. You might be asking, why does that small letter P matter so much? Well, it tells us the origin of the coin. Coins minted in Philadelphia often have high mintages, but some years and certain production runs create varieties that become extremely rare. In 2016 the P mint mark was not unusual, but errors and certain strike qualities have made some examples skyrocket in value. Part 4. The reverse design on the back of the coin. The design is rich with symbolism. A torch stands proudly in the center, representing liberty and enlightenment. On either side you will see an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. Around the design, the words United States of America and one dime are engraved along with the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many. Part 5. The material composition. This coin is made primarily of a copper core with a nickel outer layer, giving it that shiny silver appearance. Even though it is not pure silver like older dimes from before 1965, its collectible value can far exceed its face value when the right conditions are met. Part 6. Historical context. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime as a tribute to President Roosevelt after his death in 1945. Over the decades, the design has stayed largely the same, becoming a familiar sight in everyday transactions. Part 7. Why 2016 is special. The year 2016 marked the 70th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime series. While there was no special anniversary release for circulation, certain mint errors and high-grade examples from this year have gained the attention of collectors. Part 8. Error varieties to watch for. Collectors hunt for coins with striking errors such as double dies, center strikes, missing letters, or unusually strong strikes with full details. For the 2016 P dime, some have been found with die cracks, misaligned dies, and even full steps on the torch details that set them apart. Part 9. The power of condition. Condition is king in the coin world. A 2016 P dime fresh from a mint roll or set, with no scratches and perfect luster, can be worth many times more than a worn one from pocket change. In mint state 67 or higher, the value can leap into the hundreds. Part 10. Proof-like surfaces. Although Philadelphia generally produces circulation coins, some 2016 P dimes display proof-like qualities, meaning they have mirror-like fields and frosty devices. These can be especially desirable to collectors. Part 11. Grading services. If you think you have a high-quality 2016 P dime, it is worth submitting to a grading service such as PCGS or NGC. A top-pop graded coin can fetch astonishing prices at auction. Part 12. Market value basics. The average circulated 2016 P dime is worth its face value of 10 cents. However, uncirculated examples can range from $1 to $5, and certified high-grade coins can exceed $100. Exceptional error coins can go into the thousands. Part 13. The record sales. Some 2016 P dimes with perfect MS68 grades have sold for over $500. Add in a dramatic mint error and the price can soar past $1,000. In rare cases, collectors have paid nearly $900 for a top specimen without errors, simply for its grade rarity. Part 14. Understanding $898.995. Now you may have seen online claims of certain coins being worth $898.995. While this is often exaggerated or due to auction listing quirks, it reflects the fact that in niche collector markets, rare combinations of condition, error, and demand can push prices into the stratosphere. Part 15. How to spot value in your pocket change. Always check your dimes. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look for strong strikes, unusual markings, or anything that stands out from a normal dime. Even small differences can be big money. Part 16. coin roll hunting. One fun way to find valuable 2016 p dimes is coin roll hunting. Visit your bank, get rolls of dimes, and carefully search through them. You might be surprised by what turns up. Part 17, Collector Demand. The Roosevelt Dime series is extremely popular among U.S. coin collectors. Many aim to complete sets by year and mint mark, meaning that certain coins, even modern ones like the 2016 p, can see spikes in demand. Part 18, the role of auctions. If you find a valuable example, auction houses such as heritage auctions or great collections can help you reach serious buyers. Online platforms like eBay also offer wide exposure, though you must be careful to describe your coin accurately. Part 19, the impact of population reports. Grading companies publish population reports showing how many coins exist at each grade level. If only a handful of 2016 p dimes are graded MS68, the scarcity drives prices higher. Part 20, preservation tips to keep your coin valuable. Store it in a protective holder, avoid touching it with bare hands, and keep it away from humidity and extreme temperatures. Part 21, fake listings. Warning: be aware that some online listings greatly overstate coin values. Always check completed sales and trusted price guides rather than just asking prices. Part 22, long-term investment potential. Modern coins like the 2016 p dime may grow in value as high-grade examples become harder to find in circulation. Holding on to quality coins today could mean big returns in the future. Part 23, educational value. Even if your 2016 p dime is not worth hundreds, it is still a fascinating piece of history that teaches us about U.S. currency, minting technology, and the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Part 24, your role as a collector. Every collector, beginner or expert, plays a role in preserving coins for future generations. By learning about coins like the 2016 p dime, you become part of that tradition. Part 25, closing message. So there you have it, the full story of the United States of America one dime Liberty 2016 p coin. From its design and minting to its potential value and collecting tips, this small coin carries a big history. Whether you are hunting for rare errors, searching for perfect grades, or simply enjoying the thrill of the hunt, remember that every coin has a story. Keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your passion alive. This is RF Coins, bringing you the treasure hidden in plain sight. See you in the next video and happy collecting.